brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 35. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2nd down and goal. Rodgers, the quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. Cousins on target to Diggs, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Cousins now from the 50. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Tyler Ervin back deep. This will be taken at the 10. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play, carry the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. Rodgers now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in this last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. From the 38, Cousins eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Smith. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Big stop, D. Big stop.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
26.
From the 38, Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Rodgers now on first down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow,
touchdown! Vikings. Adam Thielen, 74 yards. And the Vikings are going to